Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. This is the show where you guys send in your messiest, toxic, most out-of-pocket predicaments, and I attempt to break them down, giving my honest and unbiased feedback. Now, listen, I'm a comedian, not a therapist, so ain't no guarantee I'll help fix your life. But I can provide laughter along the way and call it like I see it. So without any further ado, let's get into the episode. I woke up to my husband making love to her. Mike, I don't even know how to explain this without sounding completely insane. We listen and we don't judge. Sometimes. My husband and I regularly have threesomes. Alexa, play Freaky Girl by Gucci Mane. And usually the other girl leaves right after. But this time we were all drunk and end up falling asleep together. He must have knocked the bottom out of both of you broads. I wake up in the middle of the night and what I saw made my stomach drop. He was basically making love to her while I was right there, asleep. Nah, that boy went back for seconds while you sleep. If you snooze, you lose. They were kissing and holding each other, and I don't even know what he was feeling, but to me, it felt like he was enjoying her more than he does me. What's her Instagram? Nah, it's for market research purposes and whatnot. I almost snapped. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. Like my blood was boiling. But this is the messed up part. Even though I was mad, watching him with her turned me on in a way I didn't expect. Voyeur vibes, but I'm here for it. Yeah. Now I'm completely confused. Is our marriage just some weird sex fuel agreement? Pretty much. Where my jealousy and desire are tangled together? I don't know how to feel, and I'm worried I'm losing my grip on what's normal. Please chime in. All right, so this is what I would ask you. You and him having the threesomes on the regular, is that something you enjoy, or are you doing that hoping that he won't cheat on you with other joints outside of the marriage? Because honestly, to me, once you bring the joint into the bed and then you let her stay the night, you're sending mixed signals. You know what I'm saying? He thinking in his mind, oh, I don't want to wake wifey up. She's sound asleep. But shorty right here, you know what I'm saying, wetter than a wave pool. Yeah, let me go ahead and just dip my you know what I mean, my stick in her oil and get things buzzing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest, man. Like, I ain't never had a threesome. But I know if I did, I don't think I would want it to be with wifey. Too much jealousy, too much cattiness, you know what I'm saying? If I'm on the one shorty a little bit too much, you know what I'm saying? The pipe is looking a little too strong and she might not get that on the regular. She's like, oh, what's up with this? You like her more than me? Now I'm like, nah. Now she grabbing her wig, trying to pull off the lace front and I'm trying to break them up. Nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want wifey to feel no type of way because ain't no kitty like new kitty. You got wifey every day, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes twice a day. You got this new joint. You like, man, I need to see this one more time. You know what I mean? Wifey sleep. Let me just clap cheeks real quick, undivided attention to the guts, and then be on my way. You know what I'm saying? Then we go back to sleep. She'll be none the wiser. You woke up because you heard the, and he was drilling her back through the mattress. You ain't like that. You like, nah, he don't hit me like that. What's really good? But you invited that into your crib. If you're going to keep doing it, if you like it, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even judging. That's y'all thing. Boom, you like it. But if you only doing it for him, that's where the issue is. Because now you really don't enjoy it. And that's probably why he was more upset. But in the letter, you did say that it turned you on watching that. So maybe you got a little kink you ain't explored yet, but your mind is telling you that's not traditionally right. So you fighting the urges. You like, nah, I'm not supposed to be, getting moist down there while he's clapping something else. I'm supposed to be like, yo, what you doing? And you ain't. You liking it a little bit. So you're not really mad. I think you're mad at yourself that you're liking it. I don't know. Again, it sounds like you like the shorties with y'all. Rule. Here's the rule. After y'all beat that night, she got to go home. Drunk, whatever. Call her a Lyft, a Uber, whatever. She got to be free. She can't lay up in y'all bed. Because now the sanctity of what y'all got in y'all home is super different. You know what I'm saying? Clapping something, that's one thing. Cool. But snuggled up, waking up with the morning breath next to the work, nah, that ain't it. You can't let that happen. Shorty, you gotta be like, nah, babes, it was good. Peace out. Uber's outside, you know what I'm saying? 2-minute arrival time. That's what you gotta do. Because you can't really be mad at him, you know what I'm saying? Like, what was the difference between him beating her the night before and then beating her in the middle of the night? We be waking up on you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we want to just feel something wet and warm around the pole, pause, but that's how we be. And he woke up, you was snoring, probably had your thumb in your mouth, ugly face. He was like, nah, I'm cool. I'll get that tomorrow for lunch. I need this right now because she's gonna be gone. We're never gonna see her again. Let me dip into the new thing one more time. Let me just run it back. So deal with the little kink you have about watching. If that's what you like, then just do it. Don't be ashamed to say, yo, I liked that. You know what I'm saying? But also, if you didn't really like it or whatever, and you don't want this to happen again, but you still want to have threesomes, then shorty got to go right after y'all done. That's my advice. But in the meantime, baby girl, stay alert, stay alive. That free trip to Miami wasn't actually free. Mike, I feel this man is taking my kindness for weakness. So we've been talking pretty steady for about 3 months now, and he invites me out to Miami for the weekend. He buys my flight. That's called sex trafficking now, word to Diddy. Books my room and tells me he has a few meetings to handle, but we'll link up later at the club. You're a booty call, that's why. So when I get to the club, I see him in VIP, but he's not alone. I think it would be weird if he was. He's all hugged up with another woman. Well, I guess I see why he couldn't link you earlier in the day. So I start blowing up his phone, and I literally watch him hit decline on all my calls. Nah, that's nasty work, but I'm here for it. So I text him, cussing him out, and all he had to say back was, just head back to the room, babe, and wait for me. I bet you listen to him too. So I go back to the hotel. See, I knew it. But when I get there, the reservation been canceled.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
The front desk lets me grab my stuff, but they tell me either I gotta pay for another night or leave. But I couldn't afford that room.
While we talking, I tell you to shut up. Do you think it's wise for you to keep talking?
And to make things worse, when I checked my flight, he canceled that too. So now I'm stranded in Miami. Stay alert, stay alive. At this point, I had no choice but to call my dad, and thankfully he came through and helped me get home. I would have put you on a Greyhound home to teach you a lesson. The next day, the guy had the audacity to apologize and casually dropped the bomb that the woman I saw him with is actually his wife. I'm not surprised in the least bit. Then he tells me I can either accept that and keep dealing with him, or we can go our separate ways. I told him I'll never be a man's side chick. Like this video if you think she's full of shit. But I do miss him and I don't want to let him go. All right, so let me keep it real with you. There's a few mistakes that I noticed you made right away. One is going anywhere out of town without enough money to put yourself up or get yourself back. That's rule number one. And your dad seemed like he's super solid, so I know he told you that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if you're a brokey looking for a come up, and homie cousin Miami got the big cheese, and you was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go down there and come up off him. And then when you got down there, he was like, nah, shorty got the ring, you're just a thing. I don't know if that's what happened or not, you know what I'm saying? But you need to have some self-respect because you only been talking 3 weeks, talking about some, I don't want to let him go. You ain't never had him to let him go. What are you talking about? You was just a fun girl and you didn't realize it. He live in Miami, I'm assuming, because he's down there and wifey's with him, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna fly you down, put you up in the hotel on the other side of town, so ain't no conflict, ain't no bumping into him with his family. You know what I'm saying? He going out to the club, wifey like, oh, babe, you know, I want to come with you. He can't tell her no. He'll gladly dub you to make sure wifey don't even get an inkling that there's some infidelity going on in the marriage. So then when you see him with Shorty, you start blowing up his phone and he's hitting a decline. Right then and there, you should have been like, facts, cool, and just dip. But you was about to cause a scene, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure if you'd went down there and tried to confront him, Shorty might have put the beats on you like Dr. Dre, I don't know. The wives of those kind of dudes to be moving like that, I think they be trained. I think they be used to the husband being slimy, and so they be well equipped to put the dukes on something, you know what I'm saying? Knuckle sandwiches for everybody. I'm coming to you as a woman, mink, 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 mink. You'd have been leaving out of there like Martin when he fought Tommy Hearns. It'd have been nasty work. You'd have been in there 305, lumped up, needing an ice pack, and some steak on your eye for the bruising. Bananas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you ain't go down there and confront him because it'd have got nasty for you. You might have put the Cristal bottle up against your head like they did back in the day when it was Rockefeller and, you know what I mean, the niggas they was beefing with. Whatever. That's another story for another day. But my point is, you only knew the dude for 3 weeks, and now he's telling you straight up, yo, I got a wife, you could be the side joint whenever. And I'm pretty sure there's some benefits that come with that because he flew you out, put you up in a hotel, whatever, all that, you know what I'm saying? I think he got little papers, so there's some benefits to that. And you don't live in Miami. So I don't know what your plans was. Did you plan on like getting wifed up by him and then moving down there to get out of whatever city you live in? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, yo, you could be the side joint. I'm gonna tell you right now, don't do it. You're not gonna be happy. Because you only known him for 3 weeks, and the fact that you saw him with the girl in VIP and you snapped like that, after 6 months and you mad in love, and he's hitting the back of your cervix all crazy, and then you think about him going home to the missus, you're gonna snap. You're gonna start coming to her as a woman in the DM. You know what I'm saying? And then it's gonna be violence I can see after that. So just don't do it. Have some self-respect. Go find a man that just wanna make you his. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're only good enough to be a side chick. then, you know what I'm saying, do what you gotta do. But either way, my advice to you is walk away from that situation. Because for one, any man that would leave you stranded down there, cancel your flight, cancel your room, all because you confronted him about his lie, don't really care nothing about you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how good that relationship is going to be moving forward if you keep talking to him, because he don't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? That's clearly. You know what I mean? It ain't like you did something foul to him and he canceled the room. He did something foul to you. You caught him. He's like, you know what? Your time here is done. Reservation, finito, flight doomed. Now you're back on Spirit on the one-way. You know what I'm saying? That's nasty work. So that's my advice to you, love. Stay alert, stay alive. I might lose my job over this racist trainer. I just started this new union job with really good pay and benefits, so I'm trying to hold on to it. In this economy, you better keep that job. While I was in training, a dude who was supposed to be showing me the ropes kept giving me these racist vibes. Was he calling you boy or something? Describe the vibes. It was like little slick comments here and there. Then one day he said something that was way out of line, so I confronted him. Like this video if you think he's full of shit. It turned into an argument. He ran straight to the supervisor and flipped the whole script. Confidential informant, cuz. Now he telling him that I threatened to hit him. Well, did you? Yeah, I did, but it was in the heat of the moment. Now you about to be heating up the whip while you waiting to get escorted off the premises, my boy. But only after the stuff he said to me. They only ever catch the person who retaliates, never the person who started it. Don't you watch football? When the supervisor asked me about it, I told him the guy was being racist and making comments that I didn't like. Now I'm sitting here at the risk of losing his good job because of some racist trainer trying to cover his tracks. You mean because you threatened to harm him? I don't know how I can save my job right now, so any advice will help. And you gotta regulate your emotions a little bit better, my boy. You gotta have some emotional maturity. You just can't let the word of somebody just saying something to you get you out of character. Now you at risk of losing your whole job just because he said something that you ain't like. And in the letter, you ain't say that he said something like he ain't call you the N-word or whatever. You just said he said something that crossed the line, so you confronted him. Bro, why didn't you just go tell on him? Let me guess. You did some time upstate, the feds, something like that. You got out, PO'd and lined up this little union gig for you. Best money legally you ever made in your life. But you used to that street mentality. Nah, I ain't snitching. I ain't doing none of that. I'll handle it myself. Well, guess what, buddy? That's not how it works in the real world. This ain't the block. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the joint. This is corporate America. You know what I'm saying? This is blue collar jobs. This is people's getting paychecks. He doing something racist. You just got to pull up to the supervisor. Yo, Jeff, let me talk to you. Homie, cuz down there, he treading the line. I want to put dukes on him, but I'm going to let you handle it. You know what I'm saying? If he be like, oh, well, we're looking to it, then you might have to do the little voice record, little voice note action and get the taping. Yeah, here, this is what he said. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, wow. That's a disappointing comment. I didn't think Bill talked like that. Yeah, Bill does talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to let you deal with it. And if he don't deal with it, now you got the lawsuit. Now you might get a couple M's for discrimination. And then if they fire you, you get in the whistleblower joint. They can't do that. Retaliation. Every state except for like one, I think like Montana maybe, is a fire at will state. But there's things that they can't fire you for, and retaliation is one. So if you'd have told and then it had clipped you, then you'd have had the lawsuit. Then you'd have been swimming in bread and you ain't have to punch the clock no more. But you let your emotions get the best of you. You know what I'm saying? And even dude lie, come on, bro, you know in this country, we don't got the same liberties as everybody else. We don't have the same leisures. We can't move the same way that other people move, other cultures, other races. We just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Our backs against the wall, so we got to move differently. There's two kind of people in this world. There's people that play the game according to the rules that are in place, and they often succeed. And there's people who play the game according to how they think it should be. Well, that's not fair, so it should be like this. Fire. Now tell me what's fair. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see what it is, see it for what it is, and say, oh, bet that's how we moving? Well, let me move like this. It's chess, not checkers, my boy. I hope you don't lose the gig, you know what I'm saying? What you need to do is say, yo, you got to hit him with some, you got to really lean on the racism. Like, yo, in this country, blacks, I'm assuming you black because this is the only situation it could be. If I'm wrong, then this advice is out the window. But I'm assuming you're black because that's just how it goes. You go to the supervisor, hey, Jeff, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? We calling him Jeff in the story. Yo, Bill was saying this, made me uncomfortable. As a black man in America, we face racial discrimination on the daily. You know, we're the most likely to be, you know, unalived by the authorities. You got a guilt him. You know what I'm saying? For hundreds of years, we've been oppressed. I'm just trying to do my job, trying to learn the ropes. Why does he think that's appropriate to be talking to me like that at work? Like, if that's how he feels, cool. He needs to save that conversation for at home with his friends and family. Don't bring that to the job. This is making me uncomfortable. This is not a work environment that's conducive to to learning or efficiency. I can't deal with this. You know what I'm saying? Like I might need to file a complaint about what he's doing because it's a hostile work environment. Then when you start using words like that, the supervisor's like, oh, let me look into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't threaten him. Even though you did, you said you did. You got to own up to that. You definitely threatened him. As soon as you tell that white man you're going to lay hands on him, you're done, bro. Oh, get a load of this guy. Fired, bro. You can't do that. You know you can't do that. So I don't know what your background is or why you reacted like that, but if that's how you go conduct yourself in the workplace, just go get a pack and start blitzing the block, bro, because that's the only thing you're going to be successful at in any kind of way because you can't act like that around people at the job. You know how many times I want to punch somebody in their head at the job? I had a job one time. I'll tell you this story before we go. I had a job. It only lasted 4 days. I started on a Tuesday. I'm training with this dude. The first day we're training, we driving trucks. He's like, yeah, so man, what's up with all these Black Lives Matter protests? I'm like, yo, what? This was in the beginning of 2021, like January. He's like, what's up with these Black Lives Matter protests? I'm like, well, what you talking about? I'm trying to bait him out to say the N-word or something so I can get him clipped. He's like, no, I'm not racist or nothing. It's just like they're tearing up stuff. And he tried to like back out of the statement, but I was like, I got my eyes on you, buddy. And then he just continually progressively say more and more racist stuff. So Friday when I come in, I go right to the thing. Yeah, this ain't the job for me. He like, oh, what's going on? I tell him about dude. He's like, I don't think that he would say something like that. And I did the advice that I just had you. I had the phone out, hit the play button. He was like, wow, that's disheartening. I was like, yeah, bro, that is the perfect word to use it. This is who you got training. He's so arrogant to say this to me. I'm like, I know I'm not dark skinned, but I'm black. I know he don't think that I was white for him to be this comfortable talking to me. So I can only imagine what he's saying behind closed doors. Because he just said this to me willy-nilly. They fired him. I quit and he got fired. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't put my hands on him. I wanted to, but that ain't how the world works. I'm not going to jail or getting probation or nothing like that for Billy Bob. Yeah, right. Come on, man. So you got to do better, man. I hope you keep the job. Go in there what I said. Do what I said. Play the card like that. Ain't no proof that you threatened him, so just deny it. You know what I'm saying? Die with the lie. That's how you got to do it. But in the meantime, if you keep your job, keep your mouth shut. They giving you problems, go report it. This ain't the streets, my man. Stay alert, stay alive. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this episode of Advice with Mike. I'm your host, comedian Mike Murphy. I hope you guys enjoyed me as much as I enjoyed you. And if so, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Like this video. Matter of fact, leave me a comment telling me what advice you would have gave them. And who knows, maybe you got your own toxic tale to tell about a shady friend or an entanglement you need help untangling. If so, feel free to drop me a letter at the email provided below, and I'll make sure I read it in a future segment of Advice with Mike. Now, with that being said, our time together has come to an end. But just remember, stay alert, stay alive.